In the quiet hum of his starship, the galaxy felt a million light-years away. Arca, recently returned from exile, sat in deep meditation, the force flowing around him like a gentle stream. But the peace was shattered by a sudden tremor, a disturbance not in the ship, but in the force itself. News crackled through the ship's comms, fragmented but clear enough. The Empress was dead, and in her place, a name from the darkest corners of the galaxy had returned: Darth Arcadia. The reports were chaotic. Arcadia had revealed himself. Arca's task became almost impossible. Kira, a beacon of hope in the Republic, had been struck down. The galaxy believed her killer was Arcadia. This wasn't just a political shift, it was personal. Arca's ship, a small, unassuming freighter, dropped out of hyperspace near a remote Republic outpost. He needed to prove he was not the same man they now fight, and this was the only place to start. As he landed, word of his arrival spread like wildfire through the base. A Jedi had come, but for the beleaguered troops on this forgotten rock, it was a miracle. The commander of the outpost, a grizzled veteran named Kalen, heard the news with a surge of hope. He didn't care if this Jedi was a rogue or sent by the Council. They were losing badly. Kira was the closest thing we had to a Jedi, Kalen had told his troops, his voice heavy with loss. Now, maybe we have a real one. Arca was escorted through the makeshift corridors, the soldiers staring with a mixture of awe and suspicion. He was brought before Commander Kalen, who stood with his arms crossed, his face a mask of grim determination. But as Arca stepped into the light, Kalen's hopeful expression twisted into one of pure hatred. His hand went to his blaster. "Arcadia," he snarled, "you have some nerve showing your face here." Arca stood his ground, calm despite the threat. "My name is Arca," he said, his voice even. "I am not the monster you hunt." To prove his point, he shows his lightsaber. With a flick of his wrist, a blade hissed to life, casting a beautiful green instead of the blood-red blade of the Sith. The commander stared, his confusion warring with his anger. The resemblance was uncanny, but the lightsaber, the demeanor, it was all wrong. "Then, who are you?" Kalen asked, lowering his weapon slightly. The soldiers in the room murmured, their own certainty shaken. "He's a clone," Arca explained, "a twisted echo of who I once was, created by the Sith to sow chaos and fear." Kalen scoffed. "Clone a Jedi, that's impossible. Their connection to the Force can't be replicated." Arca's expression was grim. "It's not impossible, Commander, just incredibly dangerous. A dark science the Sith have perverted for their own ends." The truth hung heavy in the air, a terrifying possibility that explained so much. But Kalen was a soldier, not a mystic. He needed more than a story. "I don't know what to believe," the commander admitted, his gaze hardening once more. "For all I know, this is another one of Arcadia's tricks. You need to prove yourself. Prove you're not him. A recon team went silent 3 hours ago. We've lost too many soldiers to Sith patrols in that sector." Here are their last known coordinates. He shoved a datapad into Arca's hands. Find them, bring them back. If you are who you say you are, this shouldn't be a problem for a Jedi. It was a test, and a dangerous one. Arca simply nodded, accepting the datapad and the challenge. His crusade against Arcadia had just begun. Now, he had to earn the commander's trust. Arca navigated the rocky, treacherous terrain, his senses attuned to the Force. The coordinates led him to a narrow canyon, an obvious choke point. The air was thick with the dark side. He didn't have to wait long. From the shadows emerged figures in black armor, their red lightsabers igniting with a menacing snap hit. So, Lord Arcadia returns. One of them sneered, mistaking him for his clone. Did you forget something? Arca didn't waste time with words. His green blade met theirs in a shower of sparks. He moved like a phantom, a blur of green light and precise strikes. The Sith warriors fought with rage and fury, but Arca was a storm of calm, controlled power. He was not his clone. He did not fight with hate. One by one, the Sith fell, overwhelmed by a veteran of many battles. When the dust settled, Arca found what he was looking for. Pinned down behind a rock formation was a single, terrified Republic scout, the last survivor of his team. His eyes were wide with a mix of fear and disbelief as Arca approached. "It's all right," Arca said, deactivating his saber. "I'm here to take you home." He helped the shaken soldier to his feet and led him back through the canyon, the path now clear. When they arrived back at the outpost, the relief on the faces of the other soldiers was palpable. They had gotten one of their own back. But Commander Kellen's face remained a stone mask. He gave Arca a curt nod. "You completed the mission. But that proves you're a capable fighter, nothing more. Arcadia is also a capable fighter." The wall of mistrust was still standing, thick and high. Arca didn't argue. He knew words were useless now. Only actions would speak for him. Over the next few days, he became the outpost's sword and shield. He led patrols, secured supply lines, and turned the tide in skirmishes that would have been lost causes. He asked for nothing in return, sleeping in the barracks and eating the same rations as the troops. The soldiers started to see him not as a rogue Jedi or a potential traitor, but as one of them. The true test came during a surprise Sith assault on the command center. Blaster fire tore through the reinforced walls. A grenade landed at Kellen's feet, its timer blinking red. Before the commander could even react, a powerful force push sent him flying backward as Arca leaped forward, his lightsaber deflecting the shrapnel from the explosion. He saved the commander's life. Later, as the smoke cleared, Kalen found Arca tending to a wounded soldier. The commander stood there for a long moment, watching the Jedi who had just saved him. "He wouldn't have done that," Kalen said, his voice quiet but firm. "Arcadia. He would have let me die. He would have let all of us die." He finally looked at Arca, his eyes clear of doubt for the first time. "I was wrong. I believe you." Trust finally earned, not with a blade, but with an act of selflessness. The news of Arca's presence and his heroism began to spread beyond the outpost, a flicker of light in the growing darkness. But this newfound hope came with a new danger. His return was no longer a secret. One evening, while meditating, a voice cut through the silence of his mind. It was a voice he knew better than his own, yet twisted by malice and the dark side. Arcadia's voice echoed in his head, a cold, mocking presence. "I hear you're making new friends. How sentimental." Arca remained centered, refusing to let the intrusion break his calm. "What do you want, Arcadia?" he sent back through their unique connection. There was a low chuckle. "The same thing I've always wanted. Order, power. And I still hold the key to what you desire most. My offer stands. Help me, and we can bring Kira back, together." Arca's focus wavered for a split second at the mention of her name. "You're lying," Arca stated, his mental voice like ice. "It's not possible." Arcadia's reply was smooth, confident, and utterly chilling. "You know better than that, but believe what you want, Arca. But the truth doesn't change just because you refuse to see it." The connection severed, leaving Arca alone with a terrible choice and a sliver of impossible hope. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from a galaxy far, far away.